Alright, I had to individually cut out all my individual pieces for this out of my other piece of template that wasn't cut through. And so these will need to be machined just a little bit farther. And then that's a type of lantern. It's not the same design, or it's basically the same design, but it's different. It's these are a little less bulky. And anyway, this is the CNC cutout. It took about probably 2.5, maybe 3 hours to cut that out. And I just used a 1/4 inch end mill for the cutout, 1/8 inch end mill for the slots, and then these are all done by a 1/4 inch. And then I started doing the V carving, and this board has a little bit of a bow in it. It's normal here, a little bit high here, a little bit low here, and then this one is just barely, you can see it, just hair barely in there. So I'll cut those individually, and they'll need to be trimmed up with the flush cap. There's a little bit of onion skin behind this, so if I do it again, I could tell it to cut just a hair deeper on that, and that way I just have my tabs in there. So there are my tabs, which I'm glad this all stayed together. I did make this larger than my other pieces. I added a little bit inch because these were all breaking out and coming out, and these were all moving around. So I added a little bulk to my dimension from this corner to this corner, 24 inches. But anyway, so I just rearranged things a little bit differently, give more space in here so I can use a 1/4 inch end mill instead of an 1/8 inch end mill. 1/8 inch end mills will break, and trying to get them to go 3/4 of an inch deep, you've got to use the longer end mills. So anyway, we'll clean all those pieces up. I've got one more piece to run and get that done. This I did take my cover off of this is my wasteboard, and I've just pulled it off of this because I had a little bit of stuff down here on the corner that was not working real well. So I've got this to where I've filled it with my glue, which is let's see what it's called. It's Weldwood wood adhesive, 30-minute cure time. And I was looking at the bottom of that, and it has a cure down there in the very bottom part of it, so I need to hit it with a little bit of a deal. But anyway, I filled all these holes. I just ran over it and filled all the holes just real quick, put some in some of these other places, and then I'll run the flattening bit on it and go that. I did end up changing my drag chain, got rid of some of this garbage, this flex stuff. It was just causing it to bind up, and cleaned that up a little bit, and took the cable ties off the back end of that as they were catching, and this was all bound up when I was running it. So anywho, there you go. But we're working on it, trying to get it there. And we'll run the flattening bit on this thing here in a little bit and clean it up.